Well, everyone, we're officially 1 week from the possible third kit announcement at the grand finals of the King's Cup tournament that Nintendo has been hosting in Japan for the past few months. I and the rest of the team who works on the videos for this channel wanted to do a video all together for the very first time. This is going to be one kit that each of us would like to see for third kits in Splatoon 3. So that being said, I'm gonna hand over the mic and the editing tools to each person as we go through it. I hope you all enjoy this video. It was extra special making one together. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy, and let's get started.
Hey, I'm Oliy. If you know anything about me, it's probably that I'm a huge fan of the Bamboozler. What less of you might know is that since 2018, I've played with an all-bamboo competitive team called 20 Pew Pew. This means that while I'm hoping for a fun, powerful, and unique third kit, I also want it to fill a different role than the other two bamboo kits, which both have a cheap bomb and a displacement special. While there are plenty of potential bamboo kits I would be excited to play, there's one I've been hoping for since before the game launched: Ink Mine and Crab Tank. And yes, I will be calling this the Minecraft kit from here on out. Since Splatoon 2 reworked the Ink Mine into a reliable chip tool, it's paired really well with Bamboo's ability to combo with it and kite enemies towards them. And Crab Tank would be a great extension of Bamboo's sustained pressure, able to clear out an area from a distance and fight ranged options it struggles with, especially with its cannon mode dealing with ledges. Unlike the other kits, which focus on pushing into enemy-held areas, this Bamboo would be a defensive powerhouse, able to use its speed to set up mines and crabs in strong positions, leaving it able to focus on using its main weapon while in combat. I think Minecraft Bamboo would be competitively viable, a great change of pace from all previous Bamboo kits, and reasonable to add to Splatoon 3. I hope we'll be able to experience it someday.
Saludos a todos, I am LuisCL and I love blasters. They're just incredibly fun to play and I have a lot of experience with all of them, both competitively and casually. However, despite the many amazing kits across this weapon class, there's a crucial place still missing here: support. My third kit suggestion here intends to fix that. Introducing the Kensa Rapid Blaster Pro, with Splash Wall as its sub-weapon and Tacticooler as its special weapon. This is a clear reference to Splatoon 2's Rapid Blaster Pro Deco, which had Splash Wall and Ink Armor, a phenomenal kit in that game which will be just as good if not better here. Splash Wall provides a great defensive option, allowing you to take fights in better positions while also giving you cover for enough time to either get a kill or escape, making it harder to rush you down effectively. Not to mention, it lets you take on longer ranged weapons more comfortably, and you can always use it to help your teammates out if placed properly. Tacticooler is the real gem of this kit though, enabling your team to push forward but also giving yourself great mobility and perfect jump accuracy for at least 17 seconds. Combine this with Splash Wall and you suddenly are able to position more aggressively and fight closer to your team, while making it harder for you to die, and even if you do, you will be coming back instantly. You can also place a Splash Wall and throw your cooler nearby, making it safer for your team to grab it, or even use the cooler stand for a bit of extra protection. No blasters have Tacticooler as part of their kit yet, and Rapid Pro is one of the best candidates to get it, in my opinion. Rapid Pro's vanilla kit is more about disruption, and Deco seems to be focused on chip damage, but this new kit will open the door for a truly supportive blaster to enter the meta. Since neither its sub or special provide paint, I think it would be fair to make it 180 points for special. The main weapon's paint is decent enough to where it will get just enough coolers for its team without breaching into spam territory, but I will assume you would always want to run special charge up when playing this kit anyway. So that's my suggestion. I really hope we can see a kit like this sometime in the future.
Hi, my name is Billy, and I'm back to editing for Chara for like the 4th time. I pretty much experienced the entirety of competitive Splatoon 2. There's one thing from that game that I do miss, and I thought this is the perfect chance to bring it up. Time to time, I reminisce about how awesome and amazing and fun it was to fight against Jet Squelcher back then. With all those annoying missiles and Stingray all the way across the map, combined with long range making it difficult to approach and shut it down, how it would jump back to spawn and slam the GG Ray button, and there was no counter to it whatsoever but to accept the loss. That is your fault for being bad at the game. I absolutely don't, but I don't play Splatoon anymore, and now I want all of you to deal with this evil incarnate instead. You didn't play Splatoon 2, now's your chance to deal with this thing. Introducing the Foil Jet Squelcher, accompanied by Burst Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1, creating the broken kit of being able to fight for itself and win 1v1s while providing chip damage and support for team fights. With its long range and Burst Bomb, it can charge in alongside your team, provide suppressive fire for the team to move up and take up a lot of space. On top of that is Killer Whale 5.1, closest to the Stingray that we all so dearly love and miss, to prevent opponents from hiding and ratting in sneaky places and being able to disrupt the enemy's formation and create points of entry for your team to push in. Welcome back, Jet Squelcher, we missed you.
Hello everyone, I'm Cookie, and I've been Australia's dedicated Dualie Squelchers main since the day they dropped. As one of the coolest and most versatile weapons in the series, I'd love to give it a flexible kit that expands its options even further and turns it into a clip farming machine. The vanilla kit's already great, but a new one would benefit from a cheapish bomb with many options because of its poor ink efficiency, and a special that doesn't override the main weapon and refills its tank so it can keep doing its thing. Therefore, my dream Dualie Squelcher's kit is Torpedo and Zipcaster. Torpedo is super flexible. You can locate and displace enemies, distract their aim, poke at anchors, and roll it for chip damage, all things that help your main weapon. And this would be the sickest zip weapon, with the most movement options in the whole game, enough range to kite from the sky, a way to chase enemies who are running away, and a safe landing, but with a reasonable downside of limited duration from being so ink hungry. Expect to stack a lot of ink saver main with this thing. I reckon this kit would be perfect for dive comps that support super aggressive plays, especially when paired with Cooler for that max air accuracy. Nintendo, make it happen and my life is yours.
Hey, it's Logi. As someone who mains aggressive frontlines with decent range, such as Range Blaster and Decavitator, I've always wanted to invest some time into one of the longer range dualies with their advanced movement capabilities. However, I could never really find a kit that jived with me fully, chiefly with the Glooga dualies. While both kits are undeniably good in their own right, and the vanilla kit is probably its best possible one, I found they each have their own problems. I found Splash Wall to be too centralizing to vanilla Glooga's play, making it feel like a largely immobile turret that struggles to make openings effectively. This is also compromised with Booyah Bomb locking you into the air for a good amount of time, although this has been mitigated somewhat by adjustments made in the latest patch. The Deco Kit has Point Sensor, which does not feel very powerful on its own, and subjectively, I think Trizuka feels awful to use in nearly every metric, even if it's a very good special. As such, I've brainstormed a new kit that should play to the main weapon's strengths, as well as help it be more mobile and aggressive. The B&D Glooga Dualies, with Fizzy Bomb and Wavebreaker. If anybody gets the pun with the name and the color, please let me know in the comments. Fizzy would be the star of this kit, costing the same amount of ink as its current Splash Wall, and acting as the perfect tool to pepper enemies at distances near and far. One splash damage hit from Fizzy would combo with 2 standing shots, and one direct Fizzy hit would combo with just 1 turret shot, although this combo could be mitigated by having just a single sub of sub defense on. The turret combo would be especially dangerous, as it essentially makes enemies one hit from death, especially in comparison to something like the vanilla Dowser Dualies, that still need to hit 3 shots to follow up on a direct Inkmite explosion, not even accounting for damage fall off. This weapon is such a piece of shit. It also resolves one of the biggest weaknesses of both of its current kits, in that they really have no way to paint for themselves to move outside of the main weapon. Especially after its rework in 9.2.0, uncharged Fizzies would act as a perfect way for the weapon to get around. And let's also not forget the option of running a last-ditch sub-saver set to throw 2 consecutive Fizzies. And this goes up to 4 if you use Wavebreaker to refill your ink tank. The special would also give some of its locating ability back that its Deco Kit had, offering great displacement opportunities that would allow the main weapon to find its mark easily and efficiently. While its damage would not meaningfully combo with the main weapon, it would do enough to where any chip damage, including that of its own sub, would secure the kill. A modest points per special of 180p would ensure the weapon has sufficient uptime and can switch between supportive and aggressive modes of play effectively. In borrowing its sub from Splatoon 2's Kensla Gloogas and special from Dualie Squelchers in Splatoon 3, I believe this kit would be a self-sufficient all-rounder that would be effective at just about any relevant range value. I'd love to see something like it in the game someday.
Hello everyone, I am Chara's local thumbnail maker, Chata here, and you guessed it, I'm here making a roller kit. So I've been a big roller fan since S1, playing it in Splatoon 2. So when Splatoon 3 dropped, I was wondering what the kit was until we got Big Bubbler Curling Bomb, which is probably my favorite kit to date. It's very fun, played it in comp, it's amazing. But I always wondered, what if we took a more offensive spin on it? And this is how I created the monstrosity known as Fizzy Bomb and Triple Splashdown for a new roller. I think that Fizzy Bomb as a option compared to Curling Bomb is a little bit weaker in movement, but provides more offensive utility in paint, which is probably what Roller wants. It's really great, you can fight against objects. Roller struggles from long range, and having a Fizzy Bomb could fight that, and having Triple Splashdown, its Splashdown is not perfect, but it's a really fun option. At close range, it can force trades, it can do a whole lot of shenanigans at ledges, which is Roller's biggest strength. But I just think Fizzy and Triple Splashdown as a kit is just a really fun playstyle for Roller. It can help with teams, it can slot in a little bit better with less paint-heavy comps. I just think overall, it could be a fun alternative to its bubble kit, and hopefully we can get it.
Hey everyone, it's Zen. So I honestly had a hard time choosing a kit. I wanted to do something that was creative, but fresh. Some ideas I had were a bit more straightforward, whereas other ones were a bit questionable. but ultimately I landed on something fun but still unique. Meet the Mob Blob. I am not calling up Bloblobber over and over again. That is going to drive me insane, as well as you, I'm sure. The name of the game with the Blob is its ability to do chip damage and displacement, but neither kits fully complement that style. Base Blob has a good special pairing, but lacks a useful sub. And Deco Blob, it's there. It's trying its best. With Mob Blob, Wall gives it a good protective option against weapons who would want to attack it. And while you lose some of the chip damage and healing factor from Rain, Chump is a really strong displacement special that pairs really well with a very displacement heavy weapon like Blob. This kit likely won't be winning any majors, but in a meta that's more and more favored towards zones, it could have an enjoyable niche, just like every other mid-tier hero. But come on, my Clash idea? That'd be pretty funny though, right?
Hi, Luci here. A role archetype I love in video games is the support aggro hybrid. Something that can help its team while also being a little aggressive. You bet if any game has this role, I will naturally gravitate towards them. And that's where this kit comes in. It's the Kensa Undercover Umbrella. Surprised? Well, I used to love this weapon's playstyle in Splatoon 2, and even pushed Kensa Undercover Umbrella in a few tournaments. Here's an extremely cool take for you. The vanilla kit for Undercover Umbrella is just pure hot garbage, and nothing in its kit complements each other. The Sorella kit is actually pretty decent, and it attracts a playstyle where the damage of the Torp and screen can be threatening while having to deal with a 200 HP shield. Not gonna lie though, playing against screen is pretty annoying, and I don't want to subject that torture to anyone else.
Let the shackles be released!
My kit aims to provide an extra supportive flair to this weapon, while not sacrificing lethality at all. Burst Bomb is amazing for this weapon, as it helps to make up for its lackluster damage. Although its burst combo is negated by a sub of burst defense, this combo is extremely threatening, as any bit of damage from the second shot of your umbrella will seal the deal. Tactical Undercover is a kit I've been looking forward to ever since Splatoon 3 release. And if third kits ever happen, this is something that seems extremely likely to be on Undercover. Its paint output is phenomenal, and can easily support the team with Tactical and map control. This weapon kit will unlock Undercover's full potential, as Burst Bomb will be able to help it with its poor damage capability, and Tactical will give it the gear abilities it so desperately desires to hold itself in a fight.
So for this video, I wanted to try to do a kit on a weapon that I don't actively play, and so my choice is for the Big Swig Roller. This has more recently become one of my favorite weapons to play for fun. I think that the main weapon is pretty unique in its balance between ledge camping with its verticals and using them for long distance poking, and its horizontals huge 40 hitbox and paint output, but obviously the two kits it has right now really hold it back. So I wanted to go with one that wouldn't make it too paint spammy, but would give it a little bit more fighting capability while allowing it to maintain a support role. So my kit choice for this is Torp and Booyah Bomb. Now, Torp and Burst were both very close to me, but I like Torp's extra utility a little bit more of being able to find opponents. I think that pairs very well with the type of painting this roller has, and you can still use the rolled Torp to combo with a horizontal flick to make your kill time a lot more reliable there. And for the Booyah Bomb, it's mostly just that dual utility. If you are fighting under a ledge, you could try and pop it to keep you alive, while at the same time, you can use it as a supportive option to allow your team to get in or to help with paint on an objective or clearing something like the tower. I just personally think this would be a really fun kit. I like Big Swig, and it's one of the main weapons I think could totally rise in the ranks with just a different kit and nothing else, so I hope we see something like that if third kits happen. And that is all of our third weapon kit hopes. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. For an extra note, I just want to give a huge thanks to everyone involved working on this channel. It's been a group effort for quite some time now, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without them.